Guys, and welcome back to another video where Civilization will start over. And let's begin this episode. Alright, so this brown country, I don't know what do we really call it, will have a rebellion. And this rebellion, it didn't join the Square Alliance, so yeah. It will get invaded by Xinjiang and Tibet and stuff. And these guys will actually be uniting since they have a really good relations, and this other purple country will also be uniting. So yeah, very peaceful union. Yeah, some peaceful things actually happening. Alright, the next thing that will happen is that Central Asia has a lot of states, but the northern regions. Oh wait, let me explain. So these guys is, these guys is they all are like one ethnicity. These are different tribes, and so is this country to an extent. But these northern countries like this one, they have a lot of ethnicity and a bunch of people that don't want to be with them. So you can quietly guess what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna skip to it. Yeah, it's just gonna be rebellions. So, spoiler, I guess. Alright, and these are the new nations, and I just realized, these guys is already, like, almost the same shade, so, I don't know how to respond to that. Anyways, so, these guys are now much, much, much weaker. And interesting enough, this green team, Colleges Kazakhstan or something like that, still owns this exclave. And, yeah, they still. Oh. Well, goodbye, exclave. Goodbye. The next thing that will happen in this episode is that, Königsberg, they they are having the worst thing ever. They aren't even very much even functioning as a country. They just want some land, You know how, like, the red team is coming by, but Königsberg, it's just not a good place to live in. Most Königsbergers just move to, the blue team, Estonia, the Russian Union, Karelia, even to an extent Venice, whatever. And it's just not a good place to live in, man. It's just so boring and stuff. And so that's why, the Russian Union will take like these three provinces from Königsberg. From Königsberg, yeah, they are really falling off. They might be even a puppet of some country soon. And they are going to be a puppet of a country in this episode. You see, the red team just completely disconnects from Königsberg. Königsberg is just like the red team just thinks of the red team just thinks of Königsberg as like a puppet of them. Like it was a puppet of them. Now the red team doesn't even like Königsberg. And so Denmark. Yeah, Denmark invasion. And Königsberg is really weak. And so this invasion successful. And so we will see Königsberg. It will actually be all divided by their borders, interesting enough. And the red team will also take some land. So Königsberg is not gonna be a country anymore. Yeah. Goodbye Königsberg forever. Yeah, alright. This is the peace treaty. Yeah, not the peace treaty, but like a treaty. Some sort let me fix this a little bit. And Königsberg, goodbye, my friend. You are very long lived. Yeah, goodbye, Königsberg. You were a good country, I guess. Pretty good country. The next thing that will be happening is something like a little interesting. And it's that. So you see a Caspia, or at least like New Caspia. Um, they are gonna actually just. They're not gonna, want this land. They're instead gonna just move down here, and they will be invading some countries. And I don't think I need to really do it because these countries will already be just crushed by New Caspia. No, New Caspia isn't even in Caspia. I mean, it touches the Caspian Sea, but it's not in the original area of Caspia. So Caspia is basically like the yellow team from 80s Olympics, so it's going all over the place. And New Caspia, it's actually looked upon by many countries, so that's pretty interesting. The next thing that we will be seeing is that the Philippines. It's back out again. Well, not hardly because someone said the name should be. The Philippines are gonna invade, like, wait, what's this? Oh, this is West Papua. It's West Papua. Threaten, Philippines or Macaliga. Let's call it Macaliga at this point. So on the Philippines, yeah, it's gonna be full annexation because it was a threat, a really big one. So the Philippines is kind of creating an oceanic empire, which, hey, that's pretty cool, I guess. The next thing that will happen is that the green team is like, what do you call it? Let me think. Wait. They are gonna be sending out multiple colonies everywhere. Alright, so yeah, they literally have multiple colonies everywhere. They're gonna do more. They're gonna make a colony like here. Hokkaido allows them because they're just like useless land. The next thing is that they're gonna be having some land in like, wait, where do I give them some land? Like in this tip. I don't know. Well, no, maybe like this. Yeah, this tip works. The green team is just Ultra Pro Max Colonizer. They're setting up colonies everywhere. And they also make a colony in Hawaii. Yeah, Indonesia. Oh, wait, no, not Indonesia. What the fuck am I talking about? Like the Brazilian Union. They didn't colonize Hawaii. They forgot. And so the green team will be colonizing it. And the next thing is that wait. Oh, let me just do this. The green team makes up a colony in Antarctica. So the green team is just, I claim this, I claim that, I claim this, and I claim that. It's all over the place, basically like that. The next thing we'll be seeing is that Sri Lanka is gonna be given over to Sumatra, I guess, and Sumatra is also gonna say Malaysia, gonna be up this, and Malaysia's gonna be like, yo, bro, you. Yes, of course, and I forgot to call this in, but Borneo has this. Borneo has a Giraffe Island and Giraffe Butt Island. Alright, anyways, let's go into a place where not too many countries are in there. A place called them. Oh my god, why did you have to? A place called the Americas as New Labrador. Goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye, New Labrador. The next thing that will be happening is that Bermuda Triangle is colonized by France. I'm just letting anything happen at this point because I want this episode to be like 14 minutes long. And wait, when the hell? When the hell did that happen? I don't know when did Norway's borders become golden. I really don't know when. Alright, but the next thing that will happen is that Canada is gonna actually invent 3 more circular bombs. And so the green team and so France. So yeah, more not nuclear but bomb production. Yay. But I should say yay because that can be a bad thing. Alright, anyways, the next thing that is gonna happen is that we need to go zoom in on Cuba, as not Cuba, but the whole of the Pacific. Not the Pacific, what the hell? The Caribbean. The Caribbeans are facing like some rebellions, since they don't really want to be controlled by Galicia. And so, like, a bunch of protests are happening. Protests, yes, it's protests. I'm sorry, so watching this episode right now. The next thing that is gonna happen is that is Korea is gonna fund some rebellions in South China, and South China doesn't like this. Like, hey, why, dude? Taiwan is also gonna control like this portion of land. Yeah, Taiwan is gonna control that amount of land. So yeah, I don't know why Korea is doing this, but Korea, I don't know why I said no reason, but they do actually have a valid reason. China and them are having disputes, and China is saying that we should have this much, while Korea is saying that we should have this and this much, and China is saying that then we should have Japan. And the Korea is saying that why don't we just put the rebels in Taiwan? And China's gonna be like, you wouldn't dare, and Korea would dare. They do. And China's gonna be like, I don't know. I don't really know. And the next thing that will happen is that Russian Union. They're gonna be invading these two countries these two countries. And I don't even have to do the war thing. I don't want to waste your time. So we're just gonna do this. And Russia really is familiar with this land. So the Russian Union it's really becoming a power. The next thing that is gonna happen is that the New Caspia will trade some land with the Arabian Union. The Arabian Union will get this. Wait, I'm gonna update provinces. Wait, yes, I'm updating provinces in the middle of a video. Very coolio of me. Not so coolio. Alright, so the Arabian Union will be getting some promises. And it's specifically these promises. You wanna know why? It's because Caspia was like, yo, you should have like a fully Arabian Empire. Like across the Black Sea and across the Gulf of Aden and across the Persian Gulf. And Arabia's like, how are you so clever? And so the Arabian Union is gonna invade this guy again. And the peace treaty the Arabian Union did actually sign a peace treaty with Mesopotamia. And so Egypt's had the peace treaty, but Mesopotamia forgot. So yeah, Mesopotamia invades this much, and they will be getting land, a lot of land from Turkey. Now it's Turkey. Same with me, Turkey. And Turkey is like very small. And why is this what just shows a different color? It's not a different color. What? Alright, let's just let me do this.
Hello.
Let's just leave it like this.
Huh?
Alright, and this is a beach treaty. What are a bunch of mosquitoes? Alright, the last thing for this video is that the European Union it's also gonna invade well, one there too. Wait, what? It's gonna also invade Caucasia, and Caucasia was like from last episode, so it doesn't have a very good military, so it's just actually gonna be a bogged. So I'm gonna buy Caucasia. Alright, and that's gonna be it for today's episode. Yeah, I know this was kind of short, but just deal with it, man. What are you gonna do? And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye, I guess. And I'll see you later. Also, mentions to some small channels, yay. Cascadian mapping, yeah, you should definitely check out Cascadian mapping. They're a very cool mapper as well as me. And so goodbye, I guess. This is it for the video.